Hey guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews. So, if you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you like the videos. And also, if you've been here for a while, or even if you are new here and you do enjoy them, don't forget to drop those thumbs up. Those thumbs up help us kind of grow the channel. It helps us grow the community. Now, the other day, I was waiting in line for my SNES Classic. As a lot of you know, I camped out to get this thing. While I was waiting, in the morning, I received an email. That email came from Nintendo's creator program. So a lot of you know that a lot of people tend to hate on Nintendo for the way that they do content. How restrictive they are on you as a creator being able to show their gameplay and how much they're willing to restrict it. Now, that email absolutely pissed me off. I don't think I've ever been more agitated by anything Nintendo has done. So a lot of you know that I had told you what I had made off of 7 months worth of the creators program, and that had a couple of videos that probably would have made at least like $30 had I had been allowed to advertise them the way I normally would. I mean, 7 months worth of Nintendo content that I had to share the revenue with Nintendo. You might wonder to yourself, well, what rate does Nintendo share that revenue with? I got a penny. 1 penny through my PayPal through Nintendo. So they don't give you much. Nintendo kind of bends you over backwards with the creator program. Now, how could they possibly make that worse and less enjoyable, you might ask yourself? Well, I received an email stating that now live streams are no longer protected or capable of being done on any account linked to the Nintendo Club Creators Program on YouTube. So essentially now, you're not allowed to live stream Nintendo's content on YouTube. And this comes shortly after the PewDiePie N-word debacle. So I don't know if it's having to do with that. I mean, he wasn't playing a Nintendo game when it happened, and I don't really think PewDiePie plays much Nintendo anything. So, to a huge degree, I understand where Nintendo obviously wants to protect their wholesome, family-friendly reputation, but to that same extent, why in the hell are you blocking people from live streaming? Now, I know they've had issues with it before. They had issues with Let's Plays before. And they said, well, people aren't going to want to buy our game if they're watching people play our game. Well, that's not true. That's essentially free advertising, and a lot of people use that as a way to essentially figure out how to beat certain games. My son asks me all the time if I can pull him up some kind of video so he can see how the person beat a certain part of a game, specifically in games like Yokai Watch. Now, I understand that you don't have a 1-800 Nintendo hotline anymore for me to call and ask those questions to, and plus, even with the dawn of the internet, that hotline would have been made pretty much useless at this point. So, why would Nintendo be so naive as to essentially block this? To just move right on in. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo's made some strides in the right direction where it's like, oh man, you're becoming less and less like the Apple of the gaming industry, because that is the best comparison I really have for you with Nintendo. They are the Apple of the gaming industry, where they're very close-minded, they don't really follow their competitors' products, and they're kind of, to a degree, out of touch. I won't say that they've lost innovation, because Nintendo is easily still one of the most innovative companies, but in that same extent, they don't necessarily know the market that well, because they don't really care. Nintendo does what they do. And that's fair. In instances like the Switch, yeah, it essentially keeps them from really competing with a PlayStation or an Xbox. If you're sitting there going, man, should I get a PlayStation or an Xbox, you're not randomly going to go, I'm going to get a Switch instead. That's not the market they're pandering to. Now, the Switch is on its own little platform, and yes, they were very innovative with it, but then you look over and you see them doing crossplay with Microsoft now. So they're opening up to crossplay, and starting to play nice with others. And this isn't actually all that out of the ordinary. Nintendo, during the DS era, actually had some rare games, a Viva Pinata game, release on the DS. That Viva Pinata game was published by Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't really view Nintendo as competition. They've stated that actually on numerous occasions. It's a different market that Nintendo is appealing to. And that's very accurate. That's extremely accurate. But Nintendo, why the hell are you blocking free advertising? You do understand when you released the Wii U, half the people on the market didn't even understand what the Wii U was. When I worked at GameStop, I got constant questions of, isn't this just an attachment for the Wii? No, it's a new console, but Nintendo will never tell you that because they don't know how the hell to advertise. So now you have all these people that are giving you free advertisement with personalities that are online that people like and enjoy. And here you are going, nope, don't want to deal with it. And that's fair. That's completely fine. I get it. That's your choice. At least Twitch lets me give you a giant middle finger on that, and I can still stream it on Twitch. Now, the issue is if I do upload it on YouTube, if I did try to stream some Nintendo stuff, it's going to get flagged. If it gets flagged and Nintendo decides to file a copyright strike against me, that's something I'm going to have a really hard time fighting. So thanks, Nintendo. Every time any of you see my Nintendo reviews and you're like, man, why didn't BPGR use gameplay footage? This is why. This is literally the whole reason why. Because Nintendo is too out of touch with its market to understand the way the internet or YouTube or any of those kind of platforms work these days. I mean, YouTube doesn't really even understand YouTube anymore, but Nintendo, come on, it's free advertisements. You are not having to do anything. These people are promoting and pitching your games for you. Why would you block that? And I get it. I'm too small of a YouTuber for them to ever give two craps about what I say. That's fine. That's completely fine, Nintendo. I like you at times. Like, there's times where I love you. Like, when we think about these guys, absolutely love them. When I think about my Switch, love them. When you do stupid stuff like this, I want to punch you. It's just so ridiculous that you can't comprehend that this isn't a bad thing. Almost no other company views this as a bad thing. Obviously, Sega has had some issues. Sega has done this before. And there's been some other companies that have done these same kind of actions to content creators and the way that they file to block you essentially using their game because they believe it's their intellectual property, which it is. But when I'm sitting there adding my commentary, playing the game, and essentially saying that I either like it, and chances are if I'm live streaming a game, I like it. I think the only game I've ever played that you guys have heard me say that I hated was Prey. I absolutely despised Prey. And I even told you it's not that it was a bad game, it's that it wasn't for me. So, Nintendo, please God, just get in touch with everything that's going on around you. Stop being so close-minded and stop acting like the little Apple wannabe that you are sometimes. Don't get me wrong, as I said, I love Nintendo, but holy crap. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments down below, if you think this is stupid and petty of Nintendo to be doing this kind of thing, or if you think that they're completely right and maybe this is their best idea they've had. That part I doubt. I doubt any of you are going to say that, but let me know down below. Gladly love to hear your opinions on it. Also, stick around, guys. I'm going to have plenty more content coming for you, and we'll see you soon.